Welcome to today's video. Today we are going to show you how to set up an out of office, also known as an auto reply, also known as an auto response message for when you're not in the office, not at work, etc, etc. So the first part, we're going to show you how to do this using Microsoft Outlook. The second part is we're going to show you how to use Outlook Online or Webmail or Outlook Web Access. All the same thing, but within a web browser to do the same settings. So, firstly, we're in Outlook for Office 365. Now, this is very similar if it's Outlook 2019 and Outlook 2016. But if you're on Outlook 2013, it is slightly different. So what we want to do first is go to the File menu. And then what we need to click on is Automatic Replies. As you can see, Automatic Replies, Out of Office, etc. Different words, but the same thing. So when you click on this, you've got an option for a message that's inside my organisation and outside my organisation. And what we can do is we can even schedule when this starts. That's the beauty of the newer versions of Outlook and Microsoft Exchange and Office 365. So we can say to turn it on for Monday morning next week at 8 o'clock and turn it off on Friday at 5 o'clock. So you can set this up without having to remember in the last 10 minutes of your shift to customize the message and all of this. You can set it on, send during this time range, and set the time. So we're just going to, I've cleared what I had previously, but we're not going to worry about the out of organisation during this video, but the same principle applies. You just click on the second tab, use the second message. So only send, and for the purpose of this video, I could, let's use Monday 11th of October and Friday 15 October. So we'll set the time 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock. So during that week the message will run. So thank you for your email, and there will be some typos in this video, most likely, as it's live. I'm not going to copy and paste the message, so I just want to show you what it is like in reality. For your email, I'm not currently in the office, but will be back in next week, Monday. As far as I'm concerned, if you're going to customize it and put an exact date, then when you next turn your out of office on, the problem is it might say I'm out of the office until 12 April 2021. Well, you forget to customize the message, and what happens is everyone sees, oh, I'm out of the office till 12 April 2021, but it's currently the 6th of October 2021. So you're just going to be careful with how you do this. So our advice is to keep it simple unless you're out for multiple weeks. If you're only away for a few days or a week, just say that you're out this week and you're back in Monday, or you're back in Tuesday. Then whoever sees the message, on Wednesday they get an out of office. Oh, Tuesday you're back. okay, that means it'll be next week Tuesday, not yesterday. So it sounds more innocent, and you're not having to customize this message much. If the email is urgent, please drop an email to colleague1@company.com or call my favourite telephone number, blah blah blah. Thank you. And that's as simple as you need it to be. So if it's an important email that needs addressing, they could resend the email to your colleague or call the office on your telephone number, on the office telephone number. Let's be corrected. And then you'd have what you'd have inside and outside. So you could just have the same message for both parts, or you could, for your colleagues, say, I'm at the office this week. If it's not work related, call me on my mobile, and your telephone number, or they might have your telephone number. Otherwise, you could just say, I'm at the office this week, but I'll be back in Monday. In my absence, speak to John. Thank you. So you can have a simple message for internal, and you can have a customized one for outside the organisation. In addition, there's rules that you can set, but personally, you're going to use out of office a handful of times during the year. Keep it simple. When somebody receives an out of office, at the end of the day, they don't really need a lot of waffle. They just need it brief. Most people will just see out of office, delete the email and move on. So once you've done this, as you can see here, you've changed your auto reply message for people inside. Do you want to change it for people outside? If no, click no. If yes, click yes. And it's done. Your out of office is on. When you go back to email, at the moment, the out of office is not on. And the reason being is that we've set it to run next week. So next week, people will start getting a message. And what you will see is that if you don't set a date, you'll see a yellow bar at the top here. Your out of office is switched on. Do you want to switch it off? And then click the button. And that is how to do an out of office in Outlook for Office 365, Outlook 2019 and Outlook 2016. And if you need to do it in an earlier version of Outlook like 2013, the menus are slightly different, but you get a message, and I think it's just one message that applies both internal and external. So if you have any questions on that, please drop a message below and we will get back to you as soon as possible. In part 2, we'll do the same example, but we will show you how to do it in Outlook Web Access. Welcome to part 2 of this video. In this part, we're going to talk about Outlook Web Access, or Outlook Online, or Outlook on the web, or whatever you want to call it, Webmail, etc, etc. It all means the same thing. So if you want to set up out of office in Office 365, or your email if it's in Microsoft Exchange, or even if you've got a personal, hotmail.com, live.com, outlook.com, email, you'll get a window looking like this. So click on the little settings cog. Some people call it different icons, but this button here, and you can see view all Outlook settings. From here you can see automatic replies. So this is within the email section of settings, automatic replies. Now earlier we set an out of office, and we set it that we want to automatically reply on, this was the Monday of the week and Friday of next week, 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock. So this is not 8 o'clock on Monday till 5 o'clock on Monday. This is anything after 8 AM in the morning. It will start your automatic reply to anyone that receives, anyone who sends you an email. Now at 6 o'clock at night on Monday, they will also receive one. It's until 5 o'clock on that Friday, because that's what we set, Friday the 15th of October 2021. At 5:01 on the Friday, the automatic replies, or out of office as some call it, will stop automatically. So you don't get this scenario, which is embarrassing, that you're back in the workplace, you're replying to people, and people start saying, I'm getting you out of office. And I'll be like, oh, I forgot to turn it off. None of that anymore. You know, Outlook displays a banner for you to turn off with a yellow banner that I discussed in part 1. And with Exchange 2016, 2019 and Office 365, there's the setting of when you want it to start, out of office to start, and when you want out of office to finish. Now, what we discussed in part 1 was we wrote a custom message. So thank you for your email. I'm not currently in the office, but I'll be back in next Monday. So, and that's referring to Monday the 18th of October, because this message is only going to start from the 11th of October, Monday 11th. If the email is urgent, please drop my colleague there and a pretend email and a pretend telephone number, and thank you. And you can have a message for inside the workplace and outside the workplace. Optionally, you can stop spam. You could send replies only to my contacts. We normally recommend you don't have this selected, because you're not going to add everyone to your contacts from the outside, as email addresses always change, and you might store some of those email addresses in the shared address book, or what's known as the global address book. If this was a personal email account, this may make sense, because you would more likely have every contact saved. And you've got extra settings here which you can set. This last one is a very good option: decline any meetings during the time you are off. It makes sense because you do not need to come back on the first day and see 10 meetings for the previous week to delete. If you're auto declined, people that send you a meeting invite will know that you declined it, and if they reply to you, they email you, they're going to get out of office. So you're on a winner. Secondly, back in the day, so this is many years ago, not in the Stone Age, but probably 10-15 years ago, when you turn on out of office, somebody emails you, they get a reply. if they've got an auto reply rule, you get an email. If you get that auto reply email, they get an email. And what you get is what's known as a never-ending chain of emails, where you get an automatic reply, an automatic reply, an automatic reply to that reply, an automatic reply to that reply, an automatic reply to that reply, and this sequence just keeps going on and on and on. And soon and behold, within an hour, you've probably got hundreds of emails in your inbox. So the good thing is, with the out of office, the automatic reply sends one time. So that one time is during that one window of when you turned on automatic reply. So if somebody emails me on the 12th, well, let's say 11th, shall we say, 11th after 8 o'clock, they email me, and then they email me the same day or the next day, they do not get an automatic reply again. However, if you turn off automatic reply and then turn it back on with 1 or 2 setting changes, then they would get an email, because you've started a brand new out of office rule. So that's something to bear in mind. In most cases, when somebody receives an out of office, they know you're not in the office. They know you're going to action whatever it is, unless you've clearly put in here, if it's urgent, speak to John, Daniel, David, etc., Elizabeth, or call this number. So that's very important. In terms of best practice, that's our advice, to always suggest that you recommend somebody else in your absence. Otherwise, you'll deal with it when you return back into the office. And you, like in part 1, if you want to have a email that goes out of your organization like this, and then you want one that's simple in terms of the office, so you say, instead of email addresses, you could say drop an email to Elizabeth, to Dan, etc., or call my personal mobile if it's urgent. And you may or may not want to put your mobile number, so that only certain members of staff who know your number call you. And that would be probably the easiest setup for out of office that we would recommend. So if there are any questions about out of office from the Outlook side from part 1, or the online side part 2, please drop us a comment below. And don't forget, when you do set an out of office, please save it, because if you discard it, you've put all this effort in and you're going to lose out. So do save, make sure it's saved, and it's all done. And you can go from there. So we hope you found this video useful, and if there's any questions, please do get in touch below. And if you found this video helpful, please do subscribe and like our videos, so more people can get benefit from the information provided in today's video. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Thanks for watching this video. If you found that useful, please click the like button below. If you found it unhelpful, click the dislike button below so we can get some feedback. And if you've got any future videos that you would like creating, please drop us a comment below. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.